Hey, my name is Shelly and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my MBR for August. I cannot believe it's already August. Like this summer has just flown by. I'm like kind of panicking because I had so many summer reads that I planned and I have really not gotten to very many of them. But this is my MBR because I am such a horrible mood reader, like the worst mood reader ever. Like I can't even, I'm a mess. But I'm trying to narrow down some things. I'm trying to focus mostly on finishing some series up and also to really focus on indie reads. So the first book that I'm going to for sure read is Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I have heard nothing but phenomenal things about this book, and I've been wanting to read it for the longest time. And it's a short book, so definitely going to take this with me to the beach. I have little idea what it's about, but I've been kind of craving like Studio Ghibli kind of feel. And when I looked it up, this was like on the list of like, if you like Studio Ghibli movies, you'll like this book. So I'm definitely going to read it in August. The next book that is kind of like, was also on the same, if you like Studio Ghibli movies, you'll like Legends and Lattes. And I think it's more because it's like a cozy fantasy, not really for the plot, not that I know. But I know this is a cozy fantasy and everybody was talking about how much they love this cozy fantasy. And I'm starting to feel that cozy fantasy vibe, especially when I go to the cottage and I want to curl up and have a quiet moment. This is kind of what I want to reach for. So yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book. And I was today old when I realized that Travis Baldree is the audiobook narrator for the Cradle series. Like, I had no idea. But yeah, that's crazy. So I'm going to read this in August for sure. The next book I'm going to for sure get to in August is The Liar's Knot by M.A. Cork. This is the second book in the Rook and the Rose series. And the third book is coming out in August. So I would like to read this book before the third book comes out. I just did a reread of The Mask of Mirrors last month and I adored it. If you like Liza Lockwood-Moore for like the heist and like the thieves and the found families, I think you'll definitely like the series for sure. I have to say, the series is surprisingly complex. Like, I did a reread and I still am trying to like figure out the world because it's so complex. There's so many magic systems. There's so many people. There's so many like different religions. And yeah, it's phenomenal. So definitely excited to continue on with the series in August. Sorry, my camera decided to turn off. So if the angle changed, you know why. Okay, so the next series that I'm for sure going to get to, like I'm for sure going to finish this, is The War Eternal by Rob J. Hayes. I'm listening to this on Audible, so I don't actually own a physical copy of, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to get those books. I love the series so much. Like, I wasn't expecting to love the series as much as I do, but I'm astonished by his writing style. Like, I just, yeah, I love it. I read Along the Razor's Edge and The Lesson Never Learned, like, literally last week. So I'm already continuing on with From Cold Ashes Risen. I may actually finish this before July ends. So it may not actually be in August's MBR. But for sure, Sins of a Mother and Death's Beating Heart will be in August because I won't have time to finish them. I love this series. Like, I was not expecting to love it as much as I do, and it's fantastic. The next series that I'm going to finish in August is another audiobook, and I don't own the physical copy of, is Air Awakens by Elise Kova. I finished Air Awakens a couple weeks ago, and I liked it. And I'm actually already listening to Fire Falling, so I may finish that before August, but then I'm going to read the next three in August for sure, because they're pretty quick reads, and I'm having a good time with them, so why not? I have a big stack of maybes that are going to be a part of a buddy read, possibly. There are a bunch of buddy reads that I want to get to this month or in August, but I don't have all the time in the world, so I have to pick one, which is going to be really hard. The first one is the Bound and the Broken series by Michael Cahill, and I read the first book of oh God, I can never remember their names. I don't have the physical copy. I listened to the audiobook, so I'm gonna have to put it down here. I read the first book and I thought it was okay. But I do want to continue on. So I'm going to be reading this, and I read the novella The Fall. I remember that name. So I'm going to continue on with the second book, which is Of Darkness and Light. Hey, I remembered. Of Darkness and Light. So I'm going to continue on with that one. That is a possible buddy read that's happening along on Andrew's Wizardly Reads Discord. Another one is the Bookish Drummer is starting the what is it? The Tide Child trilogy starting with Bone Ships. And I'm really kind of drawn to this one because it's like about ships and nautical. And I'm going to the beach and I love reading atmospheric books to fit my atmosphere. So I think this would be a perfect beach read. But it is starting a new series and I'm trying to finish off other series. So I don't know, but yes, this is like a high contestant on the buddy reads, maybe. Another buddy read that's happening is The Shadows of What Was Lost by James Islington. I said Islington before because where I'm from, there's a street called Islington, but it's actually Islington. I started reading it last month, but I put it down because I wasn't really feeling that classic epic fantasy read, but I'm starting to get the tingling for it, so I want to continue on, but I think I'm going to start rereading it all over again because I actually don't remember very much, and there was a lot of details that kind of just slipped through the cracks. So yeah, so I may get to this because there's a buddy read going on, and I think that it would be a lot of fun to jump in because there's so many details in this book, and this book, from what I heard, it's a very complex book, so having a conversation with somebody about the complexity of these books would be, I think, add to the experience of reading it. So this may be on it. I don't know. We'll have to see if I have time. If it is, it'll probably be towards the end of August. The next one is, I think there's a current buddy read going on at Murphy's channel, and it is The Darkwater Daughter by H.M. Long. I just read her H.M. Long's first book, which is Hall of Smoke, and I enjoyed it, but I decided that I should not continue on with the series, not because I didn't like it or think it was good. I just, I got what I wanted out of the series and I didn't think I would like to continue on. But this one is another nautical one. So I don't know. I'm so torn. I don't have all the time in the world, but yes, I'm so torn. So yeah, I may get to this one in August, but yeah, it looks really good from what I know. I don't know much about it, but there's nautical and it's a woman who has special powers to manipulate, I guess, storms and water. That's all I know. And it looks really good. So I really, I think maybe these two, I don't know. See, I'm so torn. This is my problem. I have problems. The next two are the maybes of the maybes. Like, I may get to them. The more likely one that I'm probably going to get to is Dark Age by Pierce Brown. I've had this book on my TBR for a year and a half. I've read Iron Gold twice, and for whatever reason, I just can't pull on my big girl pants and read this book. I'm like terrified of it. Like, I'm genuinely afraid of it. So I got the notification that Lightbringer is actually being delivered today. So I really have no excuse. I need to start this book, and then I'll read Lightbringer to maybe soften the blow that I know that this book is going to give me. I'm going to read them back to back because, yeah, I'm scared of this book, guys. Like, I'm scared. So, yeah, this is a maybe. If I do read this, it'll probably be mid to the end of August. More likely, if I have extra time, I'm going to read The Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I read Carissa Broadbent's other series, I can't remember the name of it, but the first one is The Serpent and the Wings of Night, and the second one is The Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. I just finished that book, and although they weren't really my jam because they're really more like Sarah J. Maas books, I actually started this book. I started the first 6 chapters and I was really enjoying it, but I decided to put it down because I wanted to finish the other series first before starting a new series, you know. But I think that this one's more like plot focused with a like romance subplot, and I think that's more my cup of tea than the other series. That's my MBR for August. I may add some books I didn't mention. I may take away books that I did mention. I don't know. It's chaotic. My reading is chaotic. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. And if you liked it, please give it a like. And have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.